by a door. A pantry door doesn't even have a lock on it. Generic Control and the Duckgoesmoo here, back with another Nostalgia Critic reaction. Today we're doing Signs, which has been requested for quite a long time, specifically by Pierre, who's one of my patrons, a big-time supporter over on Twitch, on Patreon, has had the videos that I've done from Angry Video Game Nerd, because those videos get copyright claimed by Screenwave. He's actually talked to Angry Video Game Nerd to get those videos uncopyrighted, so shout out to him for that and all the work that he puts into the helping behind the scenes stuff in me. He doesn't have to do that, but he does it for the videos, and it greatly helps me and the channel and everything like that. So I figured I would go ahead and do Signs by Nostalgia Critic. It's a 27-minute long video. It's 7 years old. Last week's video was the Crypt Keeper Present, or the Crypt Presents Demon Knight, crazy goofy movie. That video had a charity shout out at the end of the video, and that video did not perform well. In the first day, that video made a whopping $4.14, as you can see right there, and then I donated it to a Chance in Life for $4.15 as I get a reminder to upload a video. So if this video has a charity shout out at the end of the video, whatever this video makes in the first day, it will be donated to that charity. I could not do that if it wasn't for people like my patrons, Pierre, all the lovely people down below in the comment section, people that watch these videos, people that are subscribed, that have watched all 100+ nostalgic videos I've done, which is absolutely insane. I do read all your comments, whether you're a patron or not, whether you're a subscriber or not. First time you watch every video, whatever you do, if you leave a comment, I'm going to read it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope I can make it a little bit better. That's the most important thing. But let's go ahead and jump into Signs. All right, Signs.
Hello, I'm a Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Poor
M. Night
never heard of it. Oh, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
And I mean that. Here's a guy who peaked far too early. Was built up as one of the great directors after only doing a few films, and
I haven't seen any of those.
Way too many ideas that weren't thought out enough.
Haven't seen it.
Getting greenlight.
Haven't seen it.
However, as M. Night Shyamalan likes to say,
"It's like it was meant to be."
The only M. Night Shyamalan movie I might have seen might
when
be
did the slippery slope of
that one
begin? Some say it was with The Village. Others say it was with The Happening. But for me, I think it all goes back to the invasion of the plot holes. Signs.
Signs.
Yeah, I know the movie was
that Mel Gibson
when it came out. Yeah, I know the critics liked it. Yeah, I know the magazines were calling Shyamalan the
who
next
is in this?
Spielberg after it premiered. Yeah, seriously, the next Spielberg. You called that one Newsweek. Yeah, I know a ton of people did and still really enjoy this.
Is that the Emperor from Gladiator?
But you don't know any better. You don't. You think.
What is Signs supposed to be?
You don't know any better, okay?
Yikes.
It's not well written. It's not well directed. It's not well acted. It's not.
But they have good actors, or well-known actors.
So let me enlighten you as to why this film is not, well, this is Signs.
Not well.
We open with Mel Gibson when his name was proud to be placed above the title as opposed to being shamefully shoved into the "and" category, as he wakes up to the sound of his daughter screaming.
I'm about to say, he should definitely be more
his brother,
urgent.
played by Joaquin Phoenix, also goes out to check the trouble.
Joaquin Phoenix? What? Oh, yeah, it's so disrespectful. I've seen the Joker.
Morgan, what's happening?
The dogs are barking. Woke us up.
Ah, yes. See that bland, non-expressive, dead face that only a Culkin can give you? Get used to that, folks. There's a
that's Macaulay
lot of
Culkin.
it in
I
the rest
thought
of this
so.
movie. So they see that there are crop circles in the middle of their fields. Wait, why did that warrant the little girl going, "Ah!"
And why were the dogs barking?
Warren really frightened her that much.
What's crazy is I've been listening to Crop Circles by John Bellion a lot recently.
And okay, directing
it's such a
101,
bop.
it usually helps if you tell us the name of the place before
Philadelphia.
you give us 5 minutes of a scene. It's like an alien suddenly saying,
Oh, God!
Okay. And now, like, in space. Yeah. No explanation.
Houdini peed. I think he's sick.
I don't think that's how that
Why
works.
don't you take him outside? I'll call Dr. Crawford.
He doesn't treat animals.
He'll know what to do.
yeah, come on, dog anatomy's pretty close to human anatomy, right?
No, not at all.
That was quick, Caroline. I only
Just
called
let
you folks
yourself
2
in.
hours ago.
Old Mrs. Kendallman twisted her ankle, as she puts it, diving for her life when a bunch of school kids rode down the sidewalk on skateboards. She went down to Thornton's store this morning and started spitting on the new skateboards.
Spitting on the skateboards.
By the time I got there,
Like spitting
Mrs.
heat?
Kettleman had sprayed the whole damn place.
Forgive me. What I'm doing is called Tarantinoing, where you talk about something that has nothing to do with the rest of the story, but is kind of funny and a little quirky. It was very avant-garde in its day and used to develop some strong character traits, but now it's just used as a cheap gimmick for pretentious screenwriters to draw a ton of attention to their writing style as opposed to serving the plot. By the way, I'm mostly pointless in this. I don't even draw my gun in this movie.
Wait,
aliens
really?
attacking and I never draw my gun.
So do
That is
aliens
ass
actually
shit.
attack?
Meanwhile, his two kids find that their dog is acting a little funny.
Dog's not okay.
Houdini?
I'm sorry, is the dog's named Houdini?
What's wrong, boy?
Is it rabies?
Stop it, Houdini.
Careful, dog. You might get that Culkin to
Well,
slightly open his eyes a little. Don't even get me started on the possibilities of emoting.
I would bark back at my dog.
County been acting
He'd growl at me, I'd bark at him.
and some of them violent.
I'd bite him back too. Like playfully.
Is it a virus?
I don't think so, Father.
Caroline? Please stop calling me father.
Why?
What's wrong?
I don't hear my children.
I think you missed a line.
Oh.
Ah, here we go. Mel Gibson turns as if something is wrong. As he says the line, I think something is wrong, which gives the cop reason to ask, what's wrong? Seriously, directing 101, right?
He literally just like left out a line. Are they okay? They get mauled by the dog?
We wanted to kill Bo.
So, wait a minute. A crop circle gets the girl going, ah! But when a dog tries to attack her, she sits calmly with her legs folded? And for that matter, Gibson caught the absence of his kids whispering in the distance, yet the stabbing of a violent animal
And the
somehow
dog
didn't
not
catch his
howling or
ear?
barking?
He can pick up, but he can't pick up.
Yeah, no.
Talk about selective hearing! Oh, well, maybe it's the fact that there's so much goddamn low-level whispering in this movie that the actual absence of it seems legitimately startling.
Looks like it was meant to be.
That night, Gibson is woken up by another disturbance. Maybe he can't hear the crickets chirping.
There's a monster outside my room. Can I have a glass of water?
Ask for a desert eagle, not a glass of...
God, it's Black Suit Spider-Man. Stop him before he does a tap dance routine.
We both go outside, move around the house in opposite directions.
There's someone outside
We
your
act
window,
crazy,
a monster,
insane,
outside your window.
Make them crap in their
You ask
pants,
for water?
force them around till we meet up on the other side.
Explain that crazy.
Oh, I don't know, something like this.
You should just fucking smile and blow me!
They see garbage spilled over, but then somehow Black Suit Spider-Man got to the roof again.
Because alien?
Yeah, so,
Alien report.
For some reason,
Stepped
this
on
movie
roof
seems
and
familiar.
Swung on swing. Very confusing mission
I feel like
accomplished. We'll
my
now
girlfriend's
go to
parents showed this
Arkansas
to me
to
like
put
3
toast
years
in
ago.
toaster and slide down slide.
I don't know if we
call
watched the
cop
entire
in
thing or
morning
not.
And we partake in yet another favorite of Shyamalan's, the pointless pan across.
So how are you, Meryl?
'Cause, like, some stuff actually seems familiar. I don't think we finished it, though.
How's work at the gas station?
Stimulating.
I never got a chance to tell you, but I've...
Now,
Why are we sitting
here's
all the way
thing
across
with
the table?
These kind of shots. These can work if they're trying to get across an uncomfortable mood or unworldly environment. But through most of the movie, we're in everyday farmland, which obviously isn't that scary, and these shots are done during non-suspenseful moments. So once again, it just serves to shove the style in our faces as opposed to actually get us engrossed in the situation.
Instead of
But
doing
don't
things
worry,
well,
there's still
it
plenty of
forces-
needlessly slow dialogue to suck you back in.
How certain are you that this was a male?
Oh, I don't know any girls who could run like that.
I don't know, Meryl. I've seen some of those women on the Olympics. They can run like the wind.
This guy got on our roof in like a second. Our roof is 10 feet high.
They
That's
have
pretty
women's
impressive.
high jumping in the Olympics.
10 feet?
They got these Scandinavian women who can jump clean over me.
You're not
We're
10 feet
sexist
tall.
dicks who don't watch the Olympics. Will you arrest something?
Yeah, pull a gun.
Aliens. Didn't think we'd see those in this movie.
Science first emerged in the late 70s with renewed interest in
Ooh, that's a
extraterrestrial life.
bad
It
sound.
died out by the early 80s.
Breaking
Dismissed
news.
as hoaxes. This new resurgence is wholly different. The speed and the quantity in which it has appeared implies the coordination of hundreds of individuals over many countries.
Is there a way to get light in the middle
This
of
is
nowhere?
one of the most elaborate hoaxes ever created, or basically, it's for real.
That's right. People years ago did crop circles as an elaborate hoax to convince people that aliens were real.
Also,
But
aren't
in a
all like
freaking
alien sightings in the
unbelievable
United States?
coincidence, the real
that-
aliens
isn't that like a
had
stat?
the exact same way of communicating as those hoaxes. What are the fucking odds?
Looks like it was meant to be.
The next day,
We
they
took a
all go
random
to
guess
town
at how
for
aliens
errands, and
communicate.
we figure out through poor exposition that Gibson used to be a reverend.
Obviously, that's why he
after
calls
another
father.
pointless pan shot.
It was asthma
Tylenol.
medicine, right, Father?
Morgan Hess. And it's not father anymore.
We also get some amazingly hokey acting from this general guy. After you
Just a
guessed
random
it,
general? They're like in the middle of nowhere and there's a random
I've had
general?
two separate folks tell me there've been strangers around these parts last couple nights. Can't tell what they look like.
Or
but
is
they're
this
staying in the
Area 51
shadows.
kind of stuff?
Covert-like. Nobody's
Spies?
hurt, mind you. And
Spies.
that's the giveaway. It's a military procedure. You send out a reconnaissance group.
Yeah.
Very small. Check things out. Not to engage, but to evaluate the situation. Evaluate the level
Why
of
would that?
danger.
Why was that pause there?
No, pff, I apologize.
To evaluate.
I don't really talk this way.
The
I'm
situation.
just auditioning for a Twilight Zone episode. And that's the getaway.
Make sure things are all clear
Clear for what?
What is with that face he's making?
for the rest of them.
What are you sucking on your mom's teeth?
Yeah, like, why are
Close
you
your
just-
lips, you weirdo?
He's just
Disney's
like-
Hall of Presidents is more natural than you.
Shit, I know you. You're Merrill Hess. I was there the day you hit that 507-footer over the left field wall.
Wait, what?
Set the record. Man, that thing had a motor on it.
He's a baseball
Still a
player?
record, right?
Got the bat at home.
Why aren't you in the pros making stacks of cash and getting your toes licked by beautiful women?
That's a weird
Can
line.
you get the camera off this guy? He's waving me out. I think he's the alien in this movie.
He has the minor league strikeout record.
Oh,
Lionel.
he had a
That
strikeout
was
issue.
a Class A screw up. He would just swing that bat as hard as he could every time. Didn't matter what the coaches said. Didn't matter who was on base.
Baseball's
he just
really
whipped
difficult.
that
You got
bat
like
through the air
fraction of a
as hard as he
second to
could.
determine what the
Thanks,
pitch
person who
is.
clearly has a connection to Joaquin Phoenix, though we don't know what it is and we will never see again. I will not miss you.
Looks like it was meant to be.
They meet for lunch in a restaurant when we come across another staple of M. Night
That's kind of a
Shyamalan,
bad location
M.
for a
Night
table
Shyamalan.
in a restaurant.
He plays the man
You walk
who
straight in,
accidentally
there's a
ran
table.
over Gibson's wife. Hence the reason Gibson lost his faith. But that's brushed aside for another scene where he hears some noise in his crops again. You know, for a guy who apparently owns all these fields, we never see him do any farm work.
I'm not going to report this or anything you do to my crops to the news or TV or anybody.
What? That's not good. You're trying to tell me.
Oh my
You're
God,
trying to tell me a
he
farmer
made
doesn't have a gun?
the frog.
I understand you haven't subscribed to the Muppet YouTube channel yet. Don't make me shove the rainbow connection up your ass.
The rainbow connection goes where?
It's not easy being dead.
Enlisted A. He's talking about
My
enlisting.
dad, you
That's
look
why
so
he probably
dramatic. I never see you like this.
Let's turn on the TV.
They decide to finally turn on the TV and see that the aliens are indeed landing. Or just hovering
And they
around in the
use
skies for a bit.
the crop
Why nobody
circles.
approaches them or takes them down is anybody's guess.
My ballet recital.
Listen, Bo. This is very important. Everything people have written about in science books is going to change.
You should
The
be
history
running.
of the world's future is on the TV right now.
Are they gonna like take over
We
everything?
need
God,
to
the audio
record
is
this
so
tape and
bad.
show your
It's so
children
sharp.
this tape and say you were there. For your children, Bo.
What kid
What
talks
children?
like this?
I don't know.
It's like a fucking 8-year-old version of Morpheus.
You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
Whoa. That's cool.
This image has not been adjusted or enhanced in any way. What you're
I feel like
seeing
you
is
should
real.
definitely be holding the kids.
It's unbelievable. Everything they wrote in science books is about to change.
Okay, so we're in a
using
world where the children
words.
talk like adults and the adults talk like children.
Yep.
Let's hear some more of that jolting, unrealistic talk.
They're really wearing tinfoil hats.
So there are two reasons why extraterrestrials will visit us. To make contact in the spirit of exploration and furthering the knowledge of the universe. Or the other reason, they're hostile.
Well, if mankind is as emotionally dead as you are, I don't think they'll learn much from us.
Yeah. What do they look like?
These credible
baby?
kindergarten drawings will certainly convey the seriousness of the book's intent. Oh, and there's also a drawing of their
house.
on fire
Literally
in the
their
book,
house.
with 3 dead people that look like them outside. My
Wait,
God,
why just
this
3?
obviously means...
Is that his brother?
Wait, no, what does this mean? The author knows they're going to die, he met them before and did an illustration.
Is it a
of them.
prophecy?
Quick, a distraction before you think about it too much! Ah, that'll do the trick. Let's see what my tea is up to here.
What is that?
Never fallen asleep driving before. It had to be at that right moment.
What? Why are we just zooming in on his
15
face?
seconds when I passed her walking. It was like it was meant to be.
Don't say that.
I know that's not the best thing for a murderer to tell a murder victim's husband.
A widow.
But what can I say? I'm a bad writer.
These places marked in crops and such, none of them are really near water. I don't think they like water.
Did you see something, Ray?
I'm truly sorry for what I've done to you and yours.
Yeah, he's seen something. What is these sound effects?
Don't open my pantry, Father. I found one of them in there and locked him in.
Sorry, what?
Okay, let's try this conversation again. You start with, "Holy shit, I got an alien in my house! Call the cops!
Yeah,
Call the
no,
FBI!
why are you
Call
doing...
the news! The world deserves to know!"
He literally said don't
Move
open the
on to,
pantry.
"Oh, by the
Why?
way, I'm sorry I hit your wife like I was playing a game of Crazy Taxi." This would be closer to a typical human reaction. Something Shyamalan, like the aliens, knows very little about.
Does he actually meet the aliens?
Gibson goes in to try and sneak a peek, but
Yeah, we
these
definitely
giant
didn't finish
aliens
this movie.
somehow slip their teeny tiny hands through the bottom of a door and try to attack him.
Go with God, motherfucker.
Oh,
And a good
yeah, that's
manicurist.
hostile. If they weren't hostile before, they're hostile now. Dude just punched a
That's what
zombie
anyone
pigman.
not in a Shyamalan film would do. He goes home and sees everybody continues to watch TV.
This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. All initial opinions are
Brazil.
this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
What's going on? Are these
Boy, there's a lot of
locusts or
buildup.
something? Birds?
I can't wait
Bird
to see
in
the
it?
incredibly scary and, of course, original design.
Of course
of
it's
this thing.
shaky. It's always shaky.
Oh my God! It looks like every other alien I've ever
That
seen.
was act scared like you just saw an alien, and then we're gonna CGI it in later. That's ET. I don't think that's an alien. Oh wow, that's clever.
Ground forces have been assembled in countries throughout the
Ground
world.
forces? What are ground forces gonna do? They're in the air.
Hundreds of thousands have flocked to temples, synagogues, and churches. God be with us all.
Well, good job to the newscasters for not spreading panic or alarm. When have you ever heard a newscaster talk like this?
Never.
What kind of overly emotional, fear-driven news corporation acts like that? You knew that was coming.
Oh.
So the family decides to hold down the fort, you know, stay in the area where
You
they
know the house that
absolutely know
burned
the
down?
aliens are, and try to defend themselves.
We're going to board up every window in this house.
Okay.
No boards will do anything. Because they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
Really, Shyamalan, did you read that line?
That's
Out
really
loud?
it.
Did
They have
you
trouble
ever
with
read that
pantry
line out
doors.
loud?
Is that supposed to be funny?
You clearly couldn't have. I mean, you just stated that these technologically advanced aliens, these creatures that we are supposed to be afraid of, cannot get through pantry doors.
They can travel through space.
They can
At
build
probably-
spacecraft that can
Yeah,
jump millions
light
of
speed.
miles across space,
which
But
breaks laws of physics.
Pantry doors.
they can take these exact same spacecrafts and turn them invisible so that nobody else can find them years above our technology, but
They seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
they're gonna take over our planet, but
They seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
they're going to wipe out all of mankind, but
They seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
you can't be this stupid! You can't! I mean, you literally just stated out loud why this movie can't work!
Yeah, literally.
Are you a moron? I hate to borrow from a subpar comedy, but take it, Scary Movie 3!
They mastered space flight, but they can't get through a wooden door?
You see what you did there, movie? You see what you did?
Wait,
You just
Scary
made Charlie
Movie 3.
Sheen right about something! You did that movie! You did it! That's how bad you've gotten! This advanced technologically, holy shit!
A pantry door.
Aliens. Stop! Come
By
to
a
halt.
door.
By a fucking
Not even an exterior door.
tree?
A pantry door doesn't even have a lock on it. He's upset. The door. A pantry door.
So they board up the windows with wood because...
But they're not doors.
Pantry doors are made out of wood. It seems to be their Achilles heel.
Okay,
As you'd
what
expect,
it's
the
a war of
aliens
attrition.
cannot fucking get past it.
They're gonna
Seriously,
cut off your
I'd give
electricity?
anything to see what these aliens are saying when they actually do start their attack.
Burn it down. And actually, no, it's definitely a nostalgia critic. Large supply of wood. Flipping some trees that have wood. Enough to block 2 entrances. No guns? You're not hiding? Gonna try and run. They actually try to break in. What is actually preventing the door from opening? And then just running into the doors? That looks like an in-swinging door.
When you were born, Morgan,
I guess they use screws.
Mama kept bleeding. So the doctors rushed you out of the room before I even had time to see you.
They're on the roof.
We were fixing her up. All she kept asking about was you.
They're in the house.
Obviously.
I wanted your mama to see you.
But the house is made out of wood.
Because she had dreamed about you her whole life. And she got feeling better. They brought you in. And they placed you in her arms. And she looked at you.
Very dangerous.
And you looked at her. And you just stared at each other for the longest time. And then she said real soft,
I guess you just need to say this. Forget about the other kid.
I'm your mama. You look just how I dreamed.
Oh boy. So they hide in the basement, but thank God, another door is there to protect them.
Is that the set wood?
But one of them gets the bright idea to try and grab the kid from the window, which causes him to have an asthma attack. But luckily, the father is there and manages to calm him down.
But what happened to the
night down
dog?
there- Yeah, they never figured out how to get through the door.
But
We
they
hear
managed
on
to
the
break
radio
in?
That apparently the aliens were defeated. And here's a big shock. They were
Is that a
defeated
lie?
very quickly.
That's a
No,
lie.
Their tactical maneuvers
That's
were
a
so
lie. Are they?
flawless.
Is that
As long as
bait?
you just
That
don't
has
put
to be
any
bait.
doors in
There's
their
no
way,
way.
They're practically invincible.
Bring the TV in here.
Wait, were they actually defeated?
What do you know?
They cleaned up all of them?
One bullet left.
Oh.
However, in a totally forced flashback, we see Gibson talk to his wife for the last time, who was pinned against a tree.
Is that Catelyn Stark?
Just taking a walk before dinner.
You love walks.
Thanks for reminding her that.
Okay.
Tell Norman to play games.
You love playing.
Yeah.
It's okay to be silly.
I will.
You love silly.
And tell Graham. Tell him to see.
You love seeing.
Seeing what?
Tell Meryl to swing away.
Tell Tiny Tim I won't be coming home this Christmas.
She's masked.
Yes, at the time it didn't make sense, but now Gibson knows that the term swing away was, I swear to God I'm not kidding here, God's way of telling Gibson in the future
Baseball bat.
that Joaquin Phoenix is supposed to swing his bat to defeat the alien.
Meryl, swing away.
Uh-huh. She knew. She called it.
Possibly put together that the best way to defeat this thing was to
A
beat
baseball
the
bat.
shit
Because
out
it's
of
made
it.
out of wood.
Nobody
They're
could've
weak
come
to
to that
wood.
conclusion.
It's quad
Obviously,
effective.
God had to kill a reverend's wife in order for somebody to figure that out. It just makes perfect sense.
I love how they do it through the
And you wanna know
glass
what
so
the
they don't
big
have to worry
twist
about
was in
making it
this
look
one?
good.
Apparently, the only thing that can kill the
Holy
aliens
water?
is water.
Water.
Yeah, it's like acid to them. One drop hurts them like crazy. Probably should have thought that through before attacking a
Maybe
planet
that's why they were
mostly
defeated.
covered in water!
Yeah, go somewhere where there's not
Afraid
water.
of these things? They have three major, easily accessible weaknesses: water, wood, and blunt instruments.
Dude, water balloons.
Hell, if God really wanted to get his message across, he would have had his dying wife say,
Hey, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but
Use
if
water.
aliens attack, go get a lake house.
he thinks she was crazy like he already
Go
did
get a
before.
super soaker.
But hey, when aliens attack, that boat home is suddenly looking pretty affordable, isn't it?
True. Did he break the bat? He probably eventually breaks the bat. Oh, and there's a little water. Oh no! Getting waterboarded. Why do they have so many
Unfortunately,
empty
aliens
glasses
sprayed the
around
kid
their
with poison
house?
Gas, but luckily his lungs were closed due to the asthma, so he's okay.
Can someone save me?
That's right. The message of the story is that everything has and always will fall perfectly into place. The day is saved, everything happens for a reason, which means that his faith is restored and he goes back to being a reverend. Gotta hand it to you, God. You do work in mysterious ways.
Okay.
For in the grand plan, he took Gibson's faith away just so he could give it right back to him. So
Yeah.
in reality, nothing has changed at all. Oh, except that there's a dead wife in the mix.
Yeah,
But
that
thank
still
you,
happened.
God. Thank you for killing
The kid
my
still has
beloved,
asthma.
just so
Did we
everything
learn
could go
anything from
back
the
to
aliens?
Exactly the way it was
Technology's
before.
about to go crazy.
Again, minus the loving, supporting wife that you so cruelly took away from me. But hey, I'm sure that was
Why is
all
Mel
part of
Gibson
your plan
always
to
a
keep
widower?
things exactly
Wasn't he
the
a widower
way
in The
they
Patriot?
were, minus the loving, supportive wife that you took away from me. But I know in your plan you wanted everything to go this way, which is exactly how it was before. Again, minus the loving, supportive wife that you took away from me. But I know that you... God's fucked up! He plans ahead about as much as these dumbass aliens do! Or, let's be honest here, M. Night Shyamalan does!
Fair.
I'm sorry, but this movie's horrible! I never got why so many people liked it.
People like
It's
it?
overly
I mean,
dramatic, annoyingly slow, has a real ego when it comes to its own style, and of course, any sense of logic is totally ignored. There's millions
and the
of other
effects.
twists
I don't know
you
what
could've
year
done
this
to
was,
movie.
actually.
Like, how about the aliens were trying to help people, like bring them a cure or something?
Were they
Or
actually?
Maybe there were no aliens. It was all an elaborate hoax. That would
That's
have been
definitely just a guy in a
unexpected.
suit.
Or, hell, maybe none of this was going on, and Gibson and Phoenix were just goddamn nuts. Hell, maybe the TV was never even on.
Why are there
I
so
don't
many
know,
in one
just
place?
anything is better than...
I don't think they like water.
And it turns out they don't like
Oh,
water.
oh, he actually hinted at
Just
it.
said your twist in the
And
first half
that's
of the movie. I don't
Shyamalan,
even know the
like,
names of the twist.
kind of making
You know
sense.
what's really scary about this movie? That so many goddamn people enjoyed it, and Shyamalan is still getting work because of it. I'm a nostalgia critic, I remember.
The pantry door.
Some aliens at my door.
That's not even a bat. That's just a piece of wood. Wood. Would you like a word? Can, you know, break our laws of physics and travel at the speed of light and can't defeat wood. If there's a charity shout out in this video, whatever this video makes in the first day, it will be donated to that charity. I do that. I'll do that at the beginning of the next video. The guy with glasses. This is...
So many goddamn people enjoyed it, and Shyamalan is still getting work.
Yeah. Okay, that was good improv. That was good improv.
Like it was meant to be.
Because, like, everybody has that moment when they're recording. What in the world is going on down here? What in the... What is that? This was Nostalgia Critic. This was Signs. This was certainly something. I have to live stream in about 7 minutes, and then I gotta record one more video, and then I gotta record a whole bunch of videos of Kirby as well. And then I gotta edit a whole bunch of video. It's gonna be a long day. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I made your day a tiny little better. Thank you so much for watching. This was Signs by the Nostalgia Critic. Pierre has been requesting this for quite a long time. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope you're subscribed. We have, what, over 81,000 subscribers now, which is crazy. I drop a new Nostalgia Critic video every single Monday at 3:30 p.m. Patrons get them a day early for $3 a month. And because I have so many wonderful patrons, I'm allowed to donate like the first day of the ad revenue to the charity shoutouts, which is awesome. But thank you so much for watching. I hope it made your day a tiny better. I look forward to reading your comments. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing